will say.
Go ahead, Frank, say it.
I was going to say that looking at myself for this long, since I've gotten my $35 haircut, I regret it.
I just wanted to know if you were here or not. Mahogany?
My haircut was not $35. That's because I didn't get one.
Terrence?
Frank's paid $30 too much for that haircut.
Jeff?
Don't care.
Jesus.
Damn. Franks, I'll say you've looked worse.
Yeah, I mean, I think he looked nice. He looked.
I don't like seeing my chin.
Yeah. You've slept in my house. I've watched you sleep. It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm amazed that you invited me back twice more after the first time.
Yes, and you really fill that couch up with ugly when you're over here.
Jesus.
And noise.
Yeah.
I wish you didn't sleep in the nude. You're a guest.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a guest. I'm allowed.
I'm allowed. I like the way that fan feels on my body parts.
I sweat a lot. I can't
Never turned it off.
You kick one leg up over the back of the couch, and it just blows right where it needs to.
Right up the juxie.
Oh, I've done that. One of my favorite places to sleep was behind the couch at this trailer in this trailer park because the AC vent was like right behind the couch. Sometimes when I can't sleep at night, I think about that place and it just helps me I feel like the couch and the wall were hugging me because I was a big person and I was hidden from everybody else and I had my own AC vent in this really hot trailer. It was magical sleeping back
Seems
there.
like a mistake to put the couch on top of the AC vent, though. Like, it's limiting the flow of air.
Well, there's sometimes you don't really have choices where furniture goes.
That is true. I can see that.
Like this house is mostly situated because there's a shortage of outlets. So it's like, why is your TV blocking the window? It's like, because that was one of the only good outlets was under that window. So that's where the TV goes.
That's why our bedroom is set up the way it is.
That was my last apartment.
And I feel like if your vent is in the floor, it's probably going to end up covered.
Mm-hmm.
Or like tucked away in an area where it's isolated.
That's why this place is awesome. All the vents are up on the wall, up high. It's great. Cold air comes out and falls.
The space station that you're living in.
Yeah. See, if you look right here, that's an AC vent.
You just live in one giant AC vent.
Just dumps cold air out every 15 minutes.
Oh God! When I lived in a real shitty trailer. Terrence saw it. It was awful out in Cross, and I didn't have a refrigerator for a while, and I really just needed a really cold Coca-Cola in the morning. Had 2 window units, and one of them I took the front off so I could slide a can of Coke into the vent. So when I'd get up in the morning, I'd pull a Coke out of my window unit and put another can of Coke in there, keep my rotation going.
That's
poverty problems call for poverty solutions.
Well, I'm glad the economy is recovered and everyone is flush with money.
Oh. Oh. Take my problems away, Starfinder.
2008 version 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, wait, this character's broke too. I wanted to escape this harsh reality.
How about your character, Jeff? Did you spend all your money on things, or do you still have some stockpile?
No, I'm pretty much done.
Pretty much broke, huh?
Yep.
Okay, the way you said that, I'm pretty much done. I was like, is Jeff leaving? Is he about to quit the game? Just the way you said that, I was like, no, don't go.
I took it as he's still shopping as we talk.
No, okay.
Well, what can I?
I mean, I get what Frank's saying. I get what Frank's saying.
No, if I'm done, y'all would have got a message from me saying bye.
That's
just
it.
his photo from the Zoom call would just vanish.
I was about to say, would we actually get the courtesy of a message? Or
Yeah,
would
it
just
seems
be
like a little wordy for you.
Yeah.
No, I would at least say bye.
Um,
Might not explain myself.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't expect that. Why would you explain anything?
no Irish goodbye from Jeff. He'll say bye, but that's fucking it.
You get a Scottish goodbye from Jeff.
No.
Bye.
Oh, I was thinking of like where they wave their privates at people from under their kilts, like in Braveheart.
I was thinking, well, was that the Whale of the Banshee? Is that the name of it, Mahogany?
Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah, where he just throws his fingers at the door.
So good. If you haven't seen it, it's some good, weird, just Irish as hell.
Like he threw his missing fingers, like his severed fingers?
You gotta watch it.
I kind of spoiled a little bit of it. I'm sorry. You should watch it because when it happens, it's magical. Seriously.
I mean,
well,
it's
just
Colin
watch it.
Farrell and what's his name? I could always remember
Mr.
his
Mercedes.
son's name because he named his son the weirdest thing, and he's got the most normal name.
Glenn.
Is that it?
Danzig?
No, it's definitely not Kitty Litter Danzig.
He litter dancing. What?
I just always think of that picture of him toting kitty litter. Now it's not even. It's not even about his music anymore. It's that one photo of him walking out with just a giant box of kitty litter and somebody doing dancing lines. Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah, because I always think of Domhnall. Weird name.
Who? Okay, I don't know
Domhnall
that.
Gleeson.
Is that the guy who was in Brooks with Colin Farrell?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Brendan Gleeson. Yeah.
Brendan Gleeson. Yeah, this is them getting back together with that Throw in the Fingers movie.
Oh, Domhnall Gleeson was the guy from he was in the First Order.
Yeah.
He was Space Hitler.
Yeah, he was a lot of stuff, but I don't know. I just think that
Oh, okay, that guy.
his name always escapes me because
I have never known his name until this very night.
because I get obsessed with that other name.
I'm like, wasn't that guy in Harry Potter? That's all I can remember.
Mad Eye Moody. Yes, he was.
No, the other one.
He's
He's a red-haired guy.
He's one that doesn't he play one of the older Weasleys? The
Maybe.
shitty one?
He does.
He plays Bill Weasley, and his dad played Mad Eye Moody.
He looks like Seth Green if instead of making cartoons, he worked out for a living.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
That's a really good description of him.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of what Seth Green looks like.
Instead of years of sidekicking it on Buffy, he was getting buff in the gym. That's Domhnall Gleeson.
I don't think he was on Buffy that long.
I don't know. Just, whatever.
I think Robot Chicken has been his longest running gig.
Yeah.
He produces it.
Well done. You get paid to play with toys. Every 80s kid's dream.
I'll tell you this: it is probably not as fun as it sounds like.
I'm sure
Stop motion animation has got to be grueling.
It is.
Yeah.
Have you tried it, Jeff?
It's a pain in the ass.
I've watched a lot of stuff about doing it because like that's what they ended up doing when they were doing Star Wars filming, the original Star Wars. All the models and stuff.
Yeah.
That was all stop motion.
Yeah, that guy that made, what was it, Mad God? He was like the main.
Oh my god.
He was the main like stop motion guy for Industrial Lights and Magic.
Did you watch Mad God?
Oh yeah.
It's awful, but it's worth watching.
Is that the wet puppets?
Yeah. Literally puppets It's gross. It's over the top. There's weird sounds, but it's amazing that that's all stop motion animation.
Was it Phil Tippett? Something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
So I was contacted or messaged on Facebook. Finally, after years of sharing our videos on Facebook, somebody in my Facebook friend group say, "Hey, wait a minute, are you in this thing?" I'm like, "Yeah."
It's only been 3 years.
And so he asked me about Black Hack because it was one of the Matt's episodes that I recently posted, and he's asking about the game itself because he'd been playing Old School Essentials, and they were looking to change up for something soon. So I gave Black Hack and its derivatives a ringing endorsement, and I said, "Hey, if your group wants to throw us a few follows, feel free."
Is that what broke our triple digits?
I don't know.
No, popped over 200 this week.
Yeah, 200 after 3 years.
Hey, that's not a dynamic growth.
Let's see. We'll hit 1,000 subscribers in 2035.
Yeah. It's not kudzu growth, but it's growth.
And thank you to every one of them, including myself.
Mm-hmm. And all 8 of Matt's accounts. He comments on our YouTube videos to help him get traction, but it's always like from a different. I'm like, oh, what business is this? And it's his dumb face on the profile picture. I'm like, damn, it's Matt again. I was like, it's somebody new, and it's just him.
He's like the cartoon villain regular. You're like, oh, I wonder what's this episode of Smurfs. Oh, it's Gargamel again.
It's still Gargamel.
Oh shit! Where do we leave off? I don't remember.
Planning a heist.
Right. To break into a veterinarian.
Pet store for robot pets.
A veterinarian.
Oh
my God.
For cybernetic pets.
Yeah. Enhanced pets.
I remember us going on for a little while about how to do it, and then we finally went, how big is this machine we're trying to steal? Oh, it's most of the building. Okay, so we just have to break in with the pet and use it there. Cool. This changes some things.
Right.
I was thinking it was just like an alien probe, or like what would be really nifty is just, to be a doctor in Star Trek, you just have to know how to use that iPhone that they just walked over people. It's just like, I'm a doctor, I can do this. It's like
you have to be between 6 and 8 inches and waft it slowly from left to right, not right to left, left to right.
Or call the hologram.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Star Trek 4, The Journey Home, when they go into a modern, a 20th century hospital, and he's like, "What do you have?" "I'm here for dialysis." He's like, "Dialysis? Barbarism." And he gives him like 2 pills, and the guy takes it, and he's like, "My liver grew back."
Oh, that'd be
It'd
nice.
be nice.
I just like
Parents
how
would be out of a job.
Yeah. I'd take it. Fuck.
You'd be free to experience new and fun things.
Well, I don't know.
Like poverty.
I mean, I've already experienced grinding poverty before, and it's less fun than they say, actually.
and they say it sucks.
Without the murder hobo industrial complex to support the impoverished, the real world sucks.
Mm.
But I do
murder hoboing.
I do not have an ad written this week. Sorry, folks. We're just gonna have to. We're going in dry.
Oh, no ad for Gene Boom?
Tonight's episode was brought to you by Robotic Murder Hobos from the Blip Blorp Company, here to keep other hobos at bay. Murder hobos, get yours from your neighborhood today.
Yeah, you only need to buy one murder hobo per neighborhood and release them into the regular hobo population.
They're like the creatures from Mimic, but they're robots.
all of the hobo aesthetic without any of the smell.
No, they can make the smell on demand. You know, they got to be able to pheromonally lure other hobos in.
They're powered by cans of beans.
Who wants some mulligan stew? That's all they can
Has to
say.
be a swollen can of beans, like not just a fresh can. It's gotta have a little swell to it. That keeps the robotic murder hobo fueled for days.
They have that one recorded song from is it The Simpsons? Out here living the hobo life, stabbing folks with my hobo knife.
This must be a Dark Ages Simpson,
Yeah, it's old.
but not old enough to be the best Simpsons, I see. You know, seasons three through say 8.
Is that
start
bad
that argument.
Simpsons?
No, that's the goodest Simpsons. Though I hear the new stuff's on the upswing. Hear the new stuff's on the upswing. Meanwhile, we're playing Raiders of the Lark 2.0. Your research reveals the Gene Boone complex in the city is located in a upscale shopping pavilion in one of the better patrolled part of town. The someone give me a computer use.
I'll assist whoever's the main guy, which I believe is Jeff. You are best at computers.
30.
30.
Call it
All right.
32.
Okay, well, 32. That 2 made all the difference.
Of course
No.
it did.
You are able to track down plans for the shopping center from whenever it was constructed. So you can actually get the floor plan of every building within it. And you see that it is built much like, how do I describe this? You know how like an indoor mall will have the back room areas that kind of connect the businesses together along a single hallway?
A delivery.
Yeah, basically a delivery area.
Just wide enough for one pallet to squeeze through.
Kinda, yeah. This place is a semi-circular kind of shopping pavilion with a similar layout. It's got all its shops inward facing on the semicircle. And then on the outside, it basically has the circle that has bays for bringing in goods and shipping out orders and things like that, which have interconnected like a hallway that you can transport items from one side to the other. You also are able with that check to see that it is patrolled by a local security company, that it is employed by the owners of the shopping pavilion itself. And it is a fairly sizable endeavor. Like, you have some pretty major things here in this shopping pavilion. It's got a big furniture store, like basically a spaceship showroom for if you're looking to buy a new craft. It's got probably the smallest shop within the pavilion is the Gene Boone designer pet distribution area.
It's got a 2-floor Cinnabon or something. Then that's
no. There's an outdoor area for a rotating list, a rotating medley of pop-up outdoor restaurants.
Now, when you say outdoor, I'm assuming you mean like
No, not in
really
space.
Outdoor.
Like it has a park area basically that you can walk across.
food trucks are still around in the future. Jesus,
Of course they are. Why would you not?
Is this in the eye of Absalom, the ring, the arms, or the spike?
This is shit, I forget. I'm gonna say it's probably closer to. Ah, fuck! I forget which part's which. Which part's the rich part?
I believe the eye is probably the richest part.
Yeah, okay. Then it would be closer to the eye.
It has the Theatorium, the Bastion, the Arcanium, and it has what looks to be outdoorish area.
Yeah.
Grass and such. Okay, so that makes sense.
But yes, there you go. You are unable to secure while your check is good, you'd have to make a totally separate check on trying to hack into the files of the security company to get their time clocks, rotas, quotas, how they get about. You can attempt that if you like. Or you guys can just scope out the area.
Well, of course, share all that information, and then we'll discuss it.
We could either disguise ourselves as members of the security force or as delivery agents, electricians, someone who would be allowed into back areas. Or we could just try to sneak our way through.
Whatever we do, I think we should disguise ourselves.
Oh, yes, yes.
I mean, sure, but we're not actually planning to steal anything. We're just using their equipment to hack proprietary stuff from Marcus.
Yeah,
Yes.
some of us are famous.
I'm not anymore. I don't look anything like who I used to. I have been...
That $35 haircut has really gone a long way.
Yeah. I look like a totally new man, less homeless. I was actually trying to practice different voices to go with my different look, but I went to the grocery store and I caught myself doing the Geist voice to the cashier, just off reflex. I was like, well, I guess I'm stuck doing this voice now.
Forever. Every time you go there and see that person.
I can't
No,
wait.
if they call me out on it, I'll just be like, no, I was just practicing.
Yeah. No, I was high on meth.
Yeah.
I'm in a community theater production of Springtime for Hitler.
Yeah.
It's a small stage production of Jojo the Rabbit.
So it's just Jojo Rabbit, okay?
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Jojo the Rabbit.
The rabbit.
The stage program is Jojo the Rabbit.
Yeah, because they don't have the rights. All right.
They don't
got
have
you.
the rights.
Okay. Yeah.
We're not
The
paying
unofficial.
Taika Waititi for that.
I ain't paying no Taika Waititi.
Yeah, they really gloss over the comedy from the movie. Then they just hark on to the sad parts. It's a terrible play.
And everyone's dressed as a rabbit. I don't get it.
It's weird.
It's like a furry depression fest. Anyway.
Just like every other furry convention.
That's on the back of the call sheet when you get like the plan, that description of the show you're about to watch.
Yeah, check the show notes. Oh, no yiffing. Boo.
So anyway, I could begin to go procure us some disguises, and maybe even some false badges or access passes. I've still got some of my reward money left over. I can travel through some less reputable channels to facilitate our entry into this place. Unless someone else has a better idea, I am all ears. They're very pointy and long.
After everything we've just been through, I would also maybe like to point out that we should just rob them too, right? Like the money?
Oh,
yeah.
obviously.
Okay. I mean, if we're gonna go through the trouble of disguises and breaking in and all this other stuff, we should take the money too, right?
Well, we also have to make it look like we're not just there to hijack one of their pets. We are there to blackguard ourselves upon their wares. Is that the right usage of that term? It is.
I don't know.
You made the word up. You tell us what its definition is.
Blackguard is not a made-up word. Blackguard is a real word.
Google said, "Did you make this word up? Are you someone who pretends to be German at grocery stores?" Blackguard. There it is.
I know it's a real word. I just never heard it used as a verb.
To perpetrate our blackguardry upon their wares? Is that better?
Right.
Let's just all say yes and move.
Basically, we are playing the bad guys in this. Bad guys. We're robbing a capitalist endeavor that tortures small animals. So, are we really the bad guys here?
Yes.
Well, that's what the news media will say. Anyway.
They also said that I was dead. Anyway, yes. So, should I go about procuring some materials for this heist?
Yeah.
Okay, I will begin that process.
Does anyone else have any preliminary actions they want to do?
I want to see about making something that's going to cut down our scent.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. Every animal you'll come across.
Or at least confuses the scent.
Sure. All right, you're doing that. How about you other two?
I can't think of anything. I've got the skills between engineering and mysticism to make anything of our level or less if he can't procure it. So maybe I'll just have my shop on the ship set up. I'll have it set up in case he comes back with like bad news. I can't get this or that. Maybe there's I can start getting schematics for like their badges and stuff, just in case he can't find it out there to steal or procure, to just create our own.
All right, then give me a computers check for me.
Sure. 13.
13 all together?
Yeah, no, I'm not a computers guy. I need.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Maybe Jeff can get me the schematics in case he fails, then I can use our own UPVs to craft from scratch things.
I rolled a 16, so that's a 33.
Yeah, eat a dick.
All right. He gives you the full rundown on basically like photos, like inventory scans for uniforms, types of body armor, and of course the types of secure badges that the security company that patrols the area uses.
Okay.
Incidentally, you also get like a good idea of what a Gene Boom employee looks and dresses like. Most of them are dressed in like semi-casual business attire if they work up front, and full hazmat suits in the animal preparation area.
Okay.
So we got the name of the security firm.
Yeah, you do.
I will designate them as my mark.
Okay.
For the purpose of lowering the DC to find information about them.
All right.
And I will roll with a +2 for a 12.
No.
Okay.
So guys, are you out there like in the streets, like talking to people, or like what are you doing?
That was my profession bounty hunter check. Now I will go diplomatize.
Okay, well, I think Weepskeep should come along with you because her big skills are intimidation and stealth. So
Okay.
I feel like I could hang back, but I could also potentially intimidate some information out of somebody if need be, or sneak some information.
And we're going into kind of the black market, rough and tumble sort of folks. So yeah, I'm happy to have you.
Ooh,
All right.
and also perception. I can see things.
I mean, are you going somewhere dangerous enough to where like you would need us to come with you?
No.
Terrence, is he going somewhere dangerous enough where he would need us to go with him?
That sounds like what he wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine that would be where I need to go to find out the weaknesses of the security force that patrols that area.
Well, I mean, you could also go because the weakness of most security points are the people. So, maybe there's somebody that likes to drink a lot on staff and leaves their credentials around somewhere, so we could just swipe in.
That's good thinking.
All right. Well, Weepskeep's actually pretty well got the number of the members of this particular security team. As you do a little casing around the shopping center, particularly the after hours shift, you can see that a number of them basically, once they clock out, they head straight to the bars for a post-work drink before going home to whatever they have waiting for them there, be it an anime body pillow or a loveless marriage or whatever security guards do with their time.
I'm going to follow the guy home that calls himself Sensei Ledoux.
I'm sorry, body pillow? This is the future. They have holographic girlfriends, obviously.
They're
Yeah, but you
security
want something
guards
there to
for a
feel.
pet company. They have body pillows.
Yeah.
But those body pillows talk to them.
Yeah, sure.
You are just building your own little world.
I'm trying to think of what the saddest person like me would want.
I'm sure they want better, Frakes. But it's
No.
what can they have with the choices they've made? And it's body pillows.
Yeah, so we look for the Paul Blartiest.
The blartiest of them all.
Blartiest.
All right, so I assume this means you're going to go and do a little investigation in the bars.
Yes, I got a 20 on my gather information diplomacy roll.
All right, well, you enter the bars, which have no name because I am lazy. The bars that they frequent are varied, like a few little clicks go here and there, but you kind of zero in on a couple of guards that look like they're probably the oldest and the most complacent.
The Blartiest.
Mm.
Wait, no, he was a hero.
You know, he was extremely dedicated to his really stupid
Came
job.
out the same year, the Seth Rogen from Observe and Report.
Oh God.
Yes. We look for the Roganist. No, he's just going to kill you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Or at least
that's
sexually
where-
assault you while you're drunk. I always found that very uncomfortable in that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna go after because I feel like the old guy might
Have some scruples.
yeah, or he might have some tolerance or whatever. He might actually be able to handle his
A
liquor.
little bit more experience.
Yeah.
You know what else he might also have? Gambling debts.
He might.
I mean, if
you
we're
were gonna
just-
say a gun.
I swear you're going to say crippling alcoholism.
If we're going to just, start speculating, let's speculate.
All right. Well, the only way to know is to find out. So, are you splitting up to check out the two routes you could take, or are you going to go and double team each respective client or patsy?
I don't know. Like, what was the other one specifically?
The other one was a clique of younger security guards that look like they really enjoy the drinking. Like they are going to a place that has like many young people, would want a dingy party atmosphere with the cheapest drinks they could find.
I
So,
just had a thought.
think.
I have morphic skin, which I believe can change me to look like an attractive lady.
No, it doesn't.
Basic morphic skin allows you to alter your appearance and voice within the normal bounds of your. Oh, I see. Yep, it's the doppelganger one.
No, the advanced one, which is the next one higher, lets you change your sex or age.
Okay, so then I would just have to be a party bro. Don't know if I can pull that off.
Oh my god! I love that your first impulse is to Bugs Bunny these guys.
Duh. I mean, it works. It's historically accurate. Do you not even
I'm
watch the
thinking-
historical documents?
Just out party them.
You don't necessarily have to be the female sex.
That's true. I am attractive.
It's true. I'm a stone cold fox for any gender. All right. So which ones are you gonna do? The older guys or the younger guys?
Do we want to split up, or do we want to,
I mean, I think it's better to. I think the smart move is to stay together. So let's go see if we can find some club drugs and get these young kids wasted.
Oh, I can do that.
And then, who knows? Somebody. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we set it up for one night. We've cased it, and then the next night, we'll meet them there and party it up with the young folks. After it doesn't have to be me. I'm just thinking I'm the most.
It has to be you.
Does it?
Yes.
Charisma 0.
Ah,
Sorry.
I'm a mean lizard. That's not.
that's right.
Oh wow, you're a mean ass loser.
I'm just a mean lizard.
It's like I'm charisma 1, but I'm enthusiastic.
I'm a -1.
Oh my God! Really? Am I really the face? Me and
Yeah.
Leapskeep are the face of this group.
Let's go hit the town.
Fuck it! All right, let's go get some drugs.
At least to level 10.
Enjoy it while it lasts till Jeff steals your character concept. So that sounded like a threat.
All right,
No,
so you
that's why I
guys.
could add +2 points to my charisma score
Yeah.
and get you out of the negatives.
I actually have a question for you, Leapskeep.
Mm-hmm.
Can you alter which plants bloom, which flowers bloom on your body?
Sounds a little personal.
I can't say that I've ever specifically tried it, but
I'm just wondering if you could make a flower bloom that has some sort of hypnotic or sleep-inducing spore.
can I do a percentile roll to see if I can do it?
I'm
try?
going to say, can you produce drugs from your body? I'm not going to give you that power for free. I'm sorry.
He's delicious, and it would only work outside of combat.
just a slow shake of a no.
I mean, I can't grow poppies.
Stop stifling my creativity. Just give me free superpowers, goddammit.
Oh well.
Okay, then let's just go buy us some drugs then.
All right, drugs.
There is probably an item in Starfinder that does what you're asking of her to do.
Develop a whole splat book on Gorans or whatever.
And that's something that I could maybe make. Or no, that's probably medicine for creating.
Or mysticism.
I mean, there's gotta be.
I don't think it's there by default, just because no one really thinks of, oh, I want to produce a drug off my body that's not a poison.
All right. And I don't even know what the new book has in store for us whenever it comes out.
Yeah.
Well, I could get you to create some cyanide or biocide or anthrax.
How about something
you-
just makes them sleep?
Have you thought about just regular street drugs that can knock?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm in poisons to see if that's where they have the drugs.
I think
Ah.
drugs is its own thing.
Is it?
Under medications, I think. Drugs, medications.
Yeah, there's Hyperleaf, Rapture Dust, Insight Dust, Twinkle, Zero,
Ooh.
Dream Shiver.
Jeez Louise. Where are these at? Are they on Hephaestus?
They're under
Item.
drug, medicine,
Under
and
items.
poisons and serums on Starjammer SRT.
Hmm.
I like these names though.
Winkle.
NyQuil, NIAQUI.
So I'm thinking Rapture Dust sounds fun, or I feel like people would be like, yeah, I'll have some. And then, just get them having a good time and slip their security card out of their wallet and then ditch them.
Wow, some of these are like really
Some of these
good.
are very expensive too.
Yeah.
I can't find them.
A lot of these are good for you.
Well, I mean,
No. They have side effects.
Oh, yeah.
All I can find is medicine on Archive of Nethys.
Just type in drugs, Starfinder.
Oh, yeah, that's probably the best.
Okay, I
Browse.
found them on this thing now.
What if we just crunch up a bunch of painaways and dump them in their drinks?
Pain away.
Mm. Cosby Dust. I got you.
Yeah, a little Cosby dust.
I believe in this game it's called Dream Shiver. Drug ingested or injury, fortitude save DC 18. Addiction, there's a chance for addiction, but there's a 50% chance of making them fall unconscious for 1d4 hours. Or they get a +8 morale bonus to saves against fear for 120 minutes. So,
Yeah, might want to take a bump to that. Bump of that.
if you don't pass out, you're doing good.
Whatever we do, we don't want the stay awakes.
No. Mega opiate. It's just called mega opiate.
It's also a level 12 drug. It's out of our price range.
For something that we're looking to do right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this was just a silly idea. I really didn't think they were going to have like a list of drugs.
Oh no.
That's
Of course they do.
funny.
This is the future.
Oh, euphoria, hallucination, and cold resistance.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, that's the NyQuil.
Yes,
Yep.
the Nyaquai.
NyQuil.
Why?
I
It's
guess
NyQuil for me forever.
somebody stole the L.
Yeah, they were all jacked up on Metamorph, the third party drug.
Well, synaptic sugar, if they fail, they're confused. That's pretty good.
How is mega opiate not a knockout?
Yeah.
I think your knockout stuff is actually going to be in poisons, honestly.
Dream
Yeah.
Shiver.
Oh, yeah. Dream Shiver, 50% chance. Yeah, you're definitely right.
That's what I was talking about.
Ooh, insanity.
Yeah, like I
mist.
was thinking about something that would just make them really agreeable.
Like Dream Shiver is at our level of something we could find, but it's also $2,500 a dose.
It's true. Be cheaper to get a hotel room, lure him back, and clunk him over the head.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm.
All right. So, what's it to be?
Decisions.
Well, if y'all gonna wait it a night and then go, right? The next
Mhm.
night.
Yeah.
I think we should
Yeah.
all go.
All right.
But you two should be y'all focus on your plan. I just think we should be there in case things go sideways, which sounds like it probably will.
What's acceptance?
That's when you look inside and you embrace the you that is there, with all their flaws and.
Oh, it just gives them a bonus to saves against fear effects.
Oh, it's just acceptance.
That's dumb.
There's no Rufalin?
And Terrence, can I roll percentiles to see if I just happen to have some Rufalin on me?
Yeah, sure. Knock yourself out. No.
I mean, I was married to a mob princess for a couple months, a couple weeks, actually.
Check the seat cushions. See if we got anything that fell in the cracks.
Now, mob people are the other kind of rich people. They like the uppers, not the downers.
That's true.
Like at these prices, we might as well just get them drunk and hope for the best.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but like, and even if like we couldn't find them in game terms, y'all could give me all the money for it today, and I could precog it in existence tomorrow before we went. But that's still the cost of it is still a thing.
Here's another option: we get them drunk, we start a bar fight, and we just take the fucking badge in the middle of a bar fight.
I mean, that's another way to go.
If we're going to do that, though, we need to immediately go rob the place. Otherwise, they're just going to report that stuff missing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down with that plan.
We can just mug them.
Like the Petco, the Pet Boom place, that's the 24-hour one?
No, it's not 24 hours. It has a designated close time. It's about a 6-hour window. Like they have a 6-hour window of being closed because the shopping center itself has a nighttime stroll thing in their little park next to it. So all the businesses close down, and then they have like
after hours.
They have after hours. They have like little concerts out there, things like that. It's basically like a small area where people gather to come to like little intimate gatherings.
Tea parties.
So the most surefire thing to do, in my opinion, is to follow the one who drinks alone home. So the guy who's at the bar, who's not socializing, who's drinking alone, leaves the bar, goes home. We follow him home, and we kill him, and we take his stuff. He didn't have any friends, so it'll be the longest before anybody comes looking for him, right? And then, like, this is in character. You see probably why he's on the run from Valgor's on the run from his home planet. And then, like, by the time they find the body, the heist should be done. We've gotten what we need from Marcus. We've gotten the money, and days ago, it'll take them a long time to figure out what happened there,
Let me ask this. Okay, segueing off of that idea, if we knock him unconscious, how long would it be before he recovers naturally?
Never if we kill him.
No, negate that. Why are we killing an innocent person?
Because fuck him, that's why. I'm with Valgorth on this. Who cares about this random security guard?
No, we don't have to kill him. We can just, we could really just knock him out and steal his wallet while he's walking home. And then we'd never have to know who did it.
Big difference between stealing something and committing murder on somebody.
I mean, we've killed a lot of people already.
Yeah, but I've killed people that deserved it. They were actually they were attacking me or attacking someone else I was trying to protect.
What if he talks during movies?
That depends. It depends on what movie it is.
Do I like the movie?
It's a quiet place, and it's the first time you've ever seen it, and he won't stop talking. And it's extra loud because it's in a quiet place movie where most of the movie's very quiet. You can hear him chewing, but he didn't buy anything to eat, so you don't know why he's making that noise. Kill him.
Somebody else will probably kill him before I do. So,
now here's my problem with mugging him out on the street. Yes, he remains alive, but we may be stumbled upon by other patrollers, other.
That could happen if we kill him too.
Well,
I mean, what's the difference?
Here's my compromise. We follow him to his house. We do a little home invasion, and we tie
Just a
him
little
up.
light home invasion.
We just tie him up in his home. We how do you say, subdue him and kidnap him for a little while, and then we leave. But we are in disguise at the time, because we don't want to be recognized when he inevitably calls for the patrol or
Yeah, all
whatever.
of this is going to
Security
happen
forces.
in disguise.
It sounds
Your
like we
voice-
make. Go ahead.
Your voice down from around your ankles. Oh my gosh. I have a mustache. Hold on.
Actually, I got
Marcus.
a better place for Marcus. Y'all see me pop open a zero. What is it? Zero containment. It's one of those. It's zero dimensional spaces.
Can he breathe in there?
Yeah. Oh, once I cast the spell on him, he can.
All right. The cat comes back, basically wearing a mustache under his nose. Hello there, strangers.
Oh, Marcus, I didn't even recognize that was you until you
Who
spoke.
is Marcus?
I
I don't
cast,
know that person.
cast life bubble and then throw him inside the dimensional pocket.
And then Marcus actually walks up.
Oh my God!
I can't find my mustache.
Some other cat took it. So yes, here's the issue. If we subdue him in his home, tie him up, kidnap him so much, a little home invasion, a little kidnapping, he will survive. But he can, then point his finger at a group of 4 individuals, short, tall, elven, android, wherever our disguises do not successfully hide. Then we are on the run again. Or we kill him. There is no finger to point.
I refuse to kill him. I'm just going to say that right now. I think that's stupid.
You're stupid.
No murder.
I mean, it's like you're asking for more trouble.
I mean, leaving him alive to call the cops that's where the trouble comes from.
Well, that's why I asked about if knocking him unconscious. How long would it be before he recovers? I mean, because you can't recover like within a minute or two unconsciousness. If you're completely unconscious,
Knocking out an already drunk person, they stayed down for a while.
Yes, we could just wait for him to pass out. Ooh, here we go. We befriend him at the bar. Then we have an after party at his place. Get him so inebriated that he can't even think straight. Then we rob him blind while he's passed out. And then we go away. He survives. Doctor's moral code is not tarnished. And, perhaps he'd just be so embarrassed that he got that drunk. Maybe he forgot.
Ooh, you could pee on him, and then he'd think he peed himself. Ooh.
Ooh, we could shit in his pants.
You're cool with that, but not murder? I don't understand you people at all.
Another voice, this time from your ship's intercom, pipes in and says, "Hey, I'm still registered as a cab."
Do you still have a cab's body?
Yeah, we got my old car. We got my old chassis down there, in the cargo hold.
Good for you. Back to the murder plans.
No, I see where you're going with this, Fanny. He calls a cab to get back home.
Generally, the bar does it. You'll just have to patch into their comm system, but it'll send it directly to me.
Mm-hmm. We pick him up, we bring him back here. After our job is accomplished, while Anderson Lubricant keeps him busy here, however she decides to do that.
I don't like bringing him back to our starship.
No, just
No.
ride
Hang on, let me
around.
finish. After we finish the job, we leave. He's still in the ship. Then we lock him out into the space.
why are we
didn't kill him.
overcomplicating this? Why are we overcomplicating this?
Because
Well,
it's funny.
Let's just take it, knock him out, take his badge, leave him unconscious in the middle of the alley somewhere, piss on him, whatever you want to do, but don't kill him. and just walk away. He just got mugged going home. That happens.
Mhm.
And he doesn't get in trouble because he got mugged. I mean, I don't see the negatives here. As long as we don't do something stupid bringing attention to ourselves. So I would not go to the club and go party with the guy. So we're already associated with the guy. Let's just choose our mark, wait for him to leave. After he leaves the club, then we take him out somewhere. I don't care where, as long as we're not in the middle of the open streets doing it.
I think that's why they wanted to meet with him in the bar so we could have a way into his house.
We don't have to kill him. I'm fine with that.
Do we need to take him out in his house? Because then that kind of ties. Someone had to have entry to his house. He had to know someone that brought him in. I say take him out before he even gets to the house. It was just a random mugging that happened.
Mm-hmm. We can all disguise.
We still have to make sure that we do the heist right
Correct.
thereafter, if that's how
I
we're
agree.
doing it.
Yeah.
My
But
plan with killing him is that then we have a lot more time to do the heist.
No, because the heist is we just need to do it. Like,
Just need to get in there.
just go. We don't need a whole lot more time. Because what else do we need to do the heist except for to get in?
So what are y'all doing?
I mean, like, am I right? Do we have any more things that we need to get, that we need to know before we do the heist?
You need to get in there. You need to access the machinery. You need to have Marcus on you.
Okay, so
which
we
I
got Marcus.
currently do. Or she's probably going crazy in there right now.
So if we get this
And-
one guy's badge, that's one of us can get in as a security guard. The rest of us can't.
No,
Well,
the place is closed. It's just like a way to get in.
Yeah,
So
just
we're going in after they're closed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's why they won't be there. Because they will have.
We just got to
gotten
make
off
sure that
work.
the security guy we mug is a key holder. Doesn't matter who he is outside of the fact that he's a key holder.
Yeah, sure.
Well, if it's similar to like we got badges at work that we use to, and it opens doors. So the badge actually would be the security. It's not only an identifier, but it also lets you go over to the lock, and it will open the
And
lock.
swipe it up.
Yep.
Well, when they did the watch, and y'all watched the security guys the day before, you watched them at the Kaboom place or at the security guard place?
Well, I assume you're only watching the Gene Boom location.
Gene Boom.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically what Jeff is describing to you is correct. Like the guards basically move from one place to one place, having access to the back corridors and the employees only areas with their badges.
Okay, yeah, we just have to make sure we get the key holder, and that key holder works for all the doors inside too, though.
Which is another reason for us to go socialize with the particular one that we're targeting, at least one person, because we have to make sure that they get inebriated enough for us to jump them without having to resort to lethal means. Because I understand Essex's point. If we murder someone here, that's a black mark on us coming back if we need to.
Well, it
If-
just draws more attention. It just draws more attention to the target. Like someone killed this guy for a reason. People don't normally just randomly murder people. Most people do not murder hobos. But it's like, why did this security guard get attacked? And then it's like, okay, well, he's missing his badge. Okay, so someone obviously wanted this to go perform a job. So then they go look more at what the mall. Where does he work at? So then they go look at where he works at. It's like, did anything happen here? So what, why was his badge being used after this guy was already mugged? So it draws attention to the follow-up.
That was always beyond my scope of expertise. I was the one I was told, go kill that person. That's what I did. So when the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem begins to look like a nail. So I
my
appreciate your
reasoning
input.
for killing the guy was because all that would happen. All that takes time.
But if you just
Investigations
randomly
and crime
mugged-
scenes and figuring things out, that would have given us days of heist. But if we're just gonna mug this guy then run in there, that's fine.
I'm fine with that.
All right. So all of you going together, everybody's getting ready, trying to do it all in one night.
I think that's the plan.
Yes.
Are we disguising as security guards to do this?
So technically,
Or-
whoever's doing the going to have the badge needs to be disguised. I mean, the rest of us can disguise ourselves. We're being escorted or whatever. I mean, we could at least look close to it.
Okay, so here's the deal. We get one security guard outfit and then 3 hazmat outfits because you said the hazmats that when they were in the back they would wear hazmat gear.
Correct.
Yeah, so there we go. Boom. There's our disguises.
I'll hollow skin mine because my armor will provide me environmental protections.
Okay. So, you head out. You see that the day shift guards, all basically clocking out, changing shifts with the night guards at the shopping center facility, and you pick out your mark, the person that you've identified in your casings as a person that tends to drink alone, and follow him to a bar. Excuse me.
We remain outside of the bar.
Yeah, we remain outside the bar, and it's going to be a while, unless anyone goes in and encourages him along. I'm asking that up front before I continue.
Well, two questions before we answer. Well, one question pertaining to that and another that's not pertaining to that, but pertaining to something that you said earlier. Do we want to use Fanny 57 as a cab for cover?
We could. I don't mind that one's not that bad. I can go ahead and hack into the system for that one to get her
All right.
into.
Give me a computer use.
Okay.
When basically you're malingering outside the bar, and you basically whip around back.
That was my second question. Do we want one of us to go in to encourage him to drink? Or do we think because he likes to drink alone, it would be easier for him to just get drunk on his own?
I feel like somebody should be inside to at least just monitor him, see what he's doing. Like, I don't understand why we would just hang out outside.
Somebody need to be in there too to know when to intercept the call for the cab.
Okay.
Basically, those of you who are not on the ground doing stuff there probably can just wait in Fanny as she is idling, preparing for your trip.
Oh no, we don't want to be in Fanny. I don't want to be in Fanny.
I do.
Feel like well, okay, so this is my understanding of the situation. Like, we're like, Fanny's gonna re-download or actually just link herself back to her oldest chassis that you guys found her in and has been repaired since then. Mm-hmm.
Her old cabbie model, and basically just get on a local essentially Uber system to do calls for the evening, and then basically just kind of go in idle mode until you guys contact her to pick up this one mark.
We could
So basically
the cab.
Yeah, basically you guys could either catch him in the streets, you could catch him on the cab, and then after you knock him out, have her deposit him somewhere else. It's totally up to you.
26 on my computer check.
All right. Getting into this bar's comm system is no problem for you. You even get access to video feed.
Okay, I'll pull up the video feed so we can kind of keep an eye on what's going on.
All right. Who went inside to watch, see what's going on?
We will go inside.
All right.
Are you wearing a security guard outfit? Are you going to try to blend in with them, or is one of us going to be the security guard?
I mean, is this a them only place?
No, it's just a dive bar that people are just.
She could just be in there having drinks and keeping an eye on them separately.
That's what I plan on doing, is not disguised as either of those things, more disguised at the moment, because I got a hat of disguise, so I can change it up. So for now, I'm just I am a somewhat humanoid looking, not as plant looking.
Okay.
and just kind of, hanging out at the bar, having some drinks.
Okay. You
So
hang out at
which
the
one
bar.
of
You
us- Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was going to say, which one of us is disguised as the security guard for the heist?
That is up to you.
And you don't
I'm
need to be
asking
you don't
us.
need to be disguised as that yet, because it would be kind of suspicious you'd be in disguise as a security guard going into the bar. I mean, there's no point in doing that right this second. I'm not going to do it.
Not going into the bar. I'm talking about for the heist that we're doing right after we mug him, because we're not going to have time to change clothes.
Why not? How long does it take you to change an outfit?
You guys have a 6-hour window once this guy basically starts drinking.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. I thought that we had a tighter time crunch than that.
It's basically the time you have to do the heist itself is however long it takes this guy to get drunk and get sent home via cab. And you see this fellow show up. He starts nursing a drink, but after 2 or 3, he begins pounding around. And like this bar is pretty divey. It's got obviously there's a lot of regulars. Some people greet him mostly with polite waves. He's seen here a lot. He's got his favorite servers that come over. Apparently, the barkeep tips, not the security guard tips generously, but doesn't actually really interact with anyone. You see, he's got that classic, I'm brooding over a loss, kind of look about him. Person that's down on their luck and having a hard time, but still is trying to maintain everything. And about 2 hours go by before you see him even begin to start to waver. And a waitress, Weepskeep, brings him a glass of water before asking him what he wants next.
So when that happens, Weep's gonna order 4 shots.
Okay.
And bring them to the area of the bar that he is, and give one to him and to 2 other people nearby, and just be like, I'm new in town. Just trying to make some friends.
All right. Well, you instantly make a couple friends.
And then buy another round of shots.
The security guard looks at the shot and then shrugs and says, "Welcome to town," and basically downs it, and downs your second one pretty quickly before the waitress is able to get back with the beer he ordered.
Nice. And then I'll just keep chatting to people and buying shots until.
Oh, you're making sure he's in the range of getting
blackout
the shots.
zone.
Yeah. All right. Well, that certainly picks up the time scale. It's another 45 minutes, but eventually the fellow slurs his speech as he's ordering, and the waitress is like, "No, not tonight. You've had your limit." You are Weepskeep. You are charged 100 creds for your generosity.
Okay, then. It's not like I spend them anyway.
And then the barkeep patches into their comm system to call up one of their cab companies. You hear, those of you who are in Fanny 56, hear her voice come like, "Hello? All right, I'll bring it around just a minute. Don't you worry. No, we get this kind of thing all the time. Yeah, I'm new. How are you, darling? Well, you are as handsome sounding as anyone. All right now. No, I don't think I'm going to be doing this too long. My name, it's Hattie. Hattie Wagon. I'll be there, sir, shortly, though." Like, damn it! I hate it when they flirt with me. The cab basically lifts off and moves the 2 blocks to where the bar is.
Valgorth, do you want to be in the driver's seat to appear like you are piloting this thing?
Sure.
All right. You see the security guard stumble out the front You see it on your view screen, Essex, and you, of course, watch him head out, Weepskeep. He stumbles around. He looks for the thing. The side doors on Fanny's patio, Fanny's chassis opens up, and you hear her voice says, "Come on in now. Step lively. Don't puke." And the security guard stumbles in. He basically takes a step up into the thing and begins to almost like fall forward onto like the chair, the bench seats in the cab. Gripping one of the poles, and moves over, slumps down, and looks around and says, "Oh man, crowded cab."
This is a Uber pool.
Wait till we pull off, and then try to knock him out.
All right. Fanny says, "All right, buckle up, everyone." She says, and takes off. The security guard blearily looks at y'all and says, "Y'all have been drinking too?" I didn't realize like some kind of party in town.
Oh yeah. Big party, big festival. Just got a new job. So we're celebrating.
Yeah, me too. Been a security guard for all of 6 months. It's the worst.
All right, try to make an attack on him,
Sure.
and this will be non-lethal. So 19 plus 6, 25 to hit him.
25 will definitely hit him. You swing around, basically box him in the back of the head with whatever you're using. What are you using?
My hands.
All right. How much damage you doing?
That's D6 plus 8, so 3 plus 8. So 11 points.
You punch him in the back of the head. He lets out a like time delayed exclamation of pain. Looks up blearily. What the fuck? Hey,
Blood squirting.
Okay. You blood squirt his eyes. He lets out a scream of horror. Still bleary, not quite sober, but definitely more sober than he was before. What are you fucks doing?
I'll try to put him in a chokehold with a trick attack.
Oh, sure, yeah.
+2 to your next attack because I blood squirted him.
Ooh.
Nice. All right, so this is to make him flat-footed. I got a 33.
33 will do it.
And then this will be +2, unarmed attack. 24.
24 damage?
No, 24 to land the attack on his.
Oh yeah, that definitely lands the attack.
Okay, so that's going to be. What is unarmed strike in this? Is it a D4 or is it just your strength +1?
As far as I know,
One
it's
second.
T4, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think I'm mixing up systems.
Unarmed.
D3 plus.
Strength plus your sneak attack.
Yeah, unarmed strikes deal non-lethal damage, and the damage from armor strike is considered weapon damages for the purposes of effects that give you a bonus to weapon damage rolls. Unarmed strike, 1d3 bludgeoning, archaic, non-lethal.
Okay, so that is 3, 10, 18.
All right, you quickly grab him in a chokehold, and it doesn't take long to choke him out. You put him in a quick lock, and the next thing you know, he is out cold. A quick rifle through his possessions, you find his security credentials, his sidearm, which apparently it auto locks him out of. Like you see that it is his sidearm is on. It's on standby. It belongs to the company that he works for.
So only when he's on the clock can he use his gun.
Correct.
That's pretty clever. Okay.
Steal everything.
Yeah, make it look like he got rolled. Being
All right.
drunk.
Okay. After you guys basically strip him and take all his stuff, Fanny says, "Who do you want me to drop off first, him or y'all?"
Him.
Wait,
All right.
actually, if she
Yeah.
drops us off over at Gene Boom, she can drive him wherever.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
just gonna take him to the list. I'm gonna take him to a part of the city he might not recognize and roll him out.
Yeah.
Do that and then come get Weepski.
Wait, where are you at?
I started walking. I left the bar a little bit
Oh,
after
okay.
him, and I just started walking because I
Alright, so
didn't
you're-
want to be.
You didn't want to be seen getting into the same cab as him.
Yeah.
That makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Even though, like I said, I'm in disguise still, but either way,
So you're just gonna meet the group at the Gene Boom place?
yeah. I started
Okay.
walking in that direction because I didn't want to take a cab there because that's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably get out somewhere not right in front of the Gene Boom place.
Okay, basically, yeah, you are basically let out of the cab, not too far from Weepskeep, and then Fanny takes off into the station, far deeper than than you would.
Who does his guard outfit fit better?
He's a burly guy, about 6 feet tall.
Because I'm thinking if there's cameras that are in there, it would be better for them to see a security guard leading people in rather than,
Can the
just-
hat of disguise make you look like somebody that you've seen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then I'll just do that.
And so
Okay.
we'll save the guard outfit for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, we're gonna ruin this guy's life. We rob him and then frame him for breaking into the facility that he's supposed to be guarding.
I'll play drunk the whole time.
Okay.
And I'll leave we can leave his sidearm in there.
Yeah. I hand you the sidearm just in case it has a tracker on it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
If they
I
can
just
lock
for
it
a
on,
moment
probably.
pictured a tree person wearing his outfit and being like, I'm Steve. Look at Steve. I'm drunk Steve.
All right. The
What is this guy's name, by the way?
well, let's go with Steve.
Space Steve.
Space Steve. All right, so yeah, after Fanny takes off with Space Steve's unconscious form, you guys take all his stuff. What were you say you're doing with the sidearm? You're gonna leave it on the street? You're taking it with you? Or leave,
No,
take
we're
it?
gonna take it
take
with
it.
us and leave it inside the building when we leave.
Gotcha.
Just in case it has a tracker on it, so it actually says that the sidearm was where it was at.
Excellent.
Yeah,
There's
I believe
recording.
what you're saying, and what you're saying is that by letting Steve live, there's been a lot of loose ends left. But that's,
Yeah, but nobody really has to know that anything happened other than Steve got drunk and went back to the office for some reason.
And I can get in there and potentially disarm the cameras without anyone seeing who it is who's disarming the cameras.
Exactly.
All right.
Like Steve's still on camera while it happens, while the cameras go out. It's like, oh, the cameras went out. And then later, they came back on at some point.
we
Okay.
steal everything, and then we leave some of the stolen goods at Steve's place
No. We
and
just
call
do
the
what we
cops
gotta do
ourselves.
with the cat. Get the
Anonymous
fuck
tip.
out of there.
Hello, I am Steve. I am confessing to crime.
Steve was
It totally
that
wasn't a
guy who
lizard
jumped out of
man, a
that
robot.
plane. I'm DB Cooper.
Yes. Okay. So we are at the back door. Yes.
Yeah, you're at the back door, and you can see that there is a little bit of activity. You know, this place is, of course, patrolled after dark by the same company that Steve works for. And as you're moving up toward the area, you can see like a couple of lights as a couple of the guards are out and about, looking about the back area. One of them is smoking an electronic vapor machine. And another one seems to be on his comm with if you strain your ears just right, his angry wife from his side of the conversation.
No, I'll bring home milk tomorrow night.
Space milk.
How am I gonna bake the cake tonight if you don't bring the milk till tomorrow night?
Why in the hell is she having a recital at midnight? You know I work those hours.
So we're gonna stick to the shadows, except for Steve, quote unquote Steve. Walk like you're supposed to be there, or are we just all gonna walk like we're supposed to be there?
Yeah,
I mean,
think
we can always still walk like we're supposed to be there, but just kind of stay to more like the shadows.
Avoiding notice.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to ask, quote unquote, Steve / Weepscape, how are you approaching the situation as the most visible person?
as the most visible person, I'm going to do my best to look like I am looking sober.
All right. Oh, okay. I know that look.
Yeah. And
That's the yes officer look.
give it one of those. And just kind of walk up to the door and nod at the person that's there. And
All right, let me see if you're
Wipe it.
spotted by the outdoor guards. You see the one not in a comm unit row with his spouse. Turns toward you. A blue light flares at the end of their vape, and you see him like slowly go toward his sidearm and then stop. That's you, Steve?
yep.
Ah, shit. What'd you forget this time?
Oh, it's always something. I just gotta, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Fuck off, do it. Hey, wait.
Oh,
He walks over to you in the darkness and hands you his badge. He's like, if you don't mind giving me an extended break.
no problem.
You can swipe this at the checkpoints on the way through.
Heck yeah, I got you.
All right.
Dude.
Yeah, he turns around and says, "Nah, fuck, I gotta piss," and he goes towards a stack of crates that are out behind the facility.
So I go ahead and swipe it, and yawn real big, making it myself as big as possible so they can slip in.
All right, make some stealth checks for me, everyone.
Me too.
Oh, I thought you were-
34.
No, those three.
Okay.
thought you were going to say that it was the stack of crates we were hiding behind, getting pissed on. Like, God damn it!
It is you who who gets the pissing.
It is we who are the piss people.
Looks like there will be a murder tonight. Falgorf jumps from the piss puddle. Stabbing knife ready.
16 plus 13 for me.
All right, cool.
Which
That's
was
almost 29.
Yeah, 28 for me.
34.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all three slip in utterly seamlessly behind, quote unquote, Steve. As Steve finishes his yawn and steps inside behind you, shutting the door.
Are we at Gene Boom or are we just in the back rooms?
You're on the back, basically the freight hallway.
Okay.
All right, so let's get to wherever we need to disable the cameras, and then to Jinbu.
Okay. You who have seen the security schematics, that would be you, Jeff.
Yep.
You know that there's a small security pavilion, basically the dead center, that you can access various systems, emergency systems, and things like that, and check out the cams and whatnot.
I'll pull the holographic schematics up so everybody can see them, and then pretty much mark our route on there for everybody to know.
Okay.
Up on their HUDs.
But we don't know if they are manned at this time of night. Do we?
You know, you just met 2 of the 6 guards that patrol this facility at night. So you're at least know where the 33% of the force here is. Once you're able to patch into the system, you can actually update your HUDs with their locations.
So, are there any in the security pavilion?
All right. Who's gonna move forward to check that? That's the question.
That'll be Steve.
And I thought we could see it on the heads up.
Not yet. Well, you can see this. You can see the.
I got the map up for the facilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve's gonna go ahead and move towards the.
All right. As you approach, you can see there is a security guard at the little station there. He's basically hunched down in a chair, playing some sort of handheld holographic game.
Render him unconscious as well, in order to disable the cameras.
Yeah.
I can do it without being seen.
If you can do it without being seen, go on with you.
Hopefully.
Well, let's see how not seen you are.
I will activate my predator cloaking field and rolled a 35.
All right. You move in close to where the fellow is basically just slumped down in the chair, like really engaged with this computer game. You see him miss a vital jump on whatever he's doing. The game gives him a game over, and you hear him swear violently. Fuck.
And I'll try the same move I did on Steve, chokehold.
Make your attack.
To render
blood
him
squirting
flat.
first. I can do it one more time.
No, save that in case we need to get away. 29 on to render him flat-footed with my stealthy stealth.
Good job.
And then 17 to hit his flat-footed.
That will do it.
Nice. Okay. All right. So that is...
I assume this counts as a kinetic AC. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that is 2, 4, 10, 19.
19. You basically grab this guy and begin choking him out. However, this guy seems to be a little bit more persistent than the other. Weepskip or Steve, what are you doing since you're nearby?
I'm gonna pinch his nose and cover his mouth.
Holy
It's been
Jesus.
knocking him out. Just so
you
he
can-
knocks out.
You can use your actual, your fists and shit non-lethally, and it'd still do normal damage.
Okay, well then I will go for a non-lethal wiggity whack. That's a natural 20.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Unfortunately,
Nice.
your fist also have the corrode capability, so you punch him and he melts in acid.
No, I don't do
Non-lethally.
corrosion.
It's
non-lethally remove the nose you were trying to pinch.
You non-lethally melt him like a trauma murder.
I mean, that's my entropic sect does have the corrode ability.
Yeah.
Like,
That's fine. What was your damage?
but 22.
22. All right. You wham this guy in the helmet so hard, your corrosion basically
I mean, I think that's only if it's a crit. Oh, that is a crit.
Yeah, it's a crit.
Oh,
But
shit.
you don't have to do the
Yeah.
acid damage. You can do all blunt.
No. So it's bludgeoning or acid, but it also has the corrode special property.
I'm gonna say that
Choose not to do it.
you
Yeah.
lead
And
him.
there's also more damage because it was a crit, which I forgot about. So like I would do 2d8 corrosion if I wanted to, but I'm
Alright.
gonna subside that. I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
And there's an additional. You double the plus in this as well. That's an additional. 16 damage.
Okay, Jesus. All right, yes, this guy is out. He's out for a long time. He might not wake up this week, but point is, you guys have access to the panel now. Your other teammates move up, and basically, I need a computer check from somebody who's doing that.
All right.
The first thing you notice is that to access the security computer, it needs a security badge. Which security badge are you using?
Take the security badge from the guy that's actually in the booth
Okay.
and use that one.
All right, you slot the badge in, and the system comes live for you. Roll your computers.
Rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
So that is plus 17.
The universe really wants us to put Marcus
37.
in roast.
Okay. All right. Yes, you get full access to the machine. You get the full. You get full employee like rotas. You get everything here. You get like. You find that there are inventory reports here. Like this is like also a system connected to the various stores here. Basically, it looks like everyone who works here in the back rooms does everything through this unit because it's the most convenient to the shipping machines that come through here.
So we can do what we need to do to Marcus from here?
No.
That actually requires you to get in there, but you also see that it gives you full access to the security cameras and any alarms. And you see that Gene Boom actually, now that you have checked that good, so the Gene Boom actually has a couple of turrets there and one on-site explosive.
Holy shit.
How much can be disabled from here?
All of it. You have
Okay.
full access.
We'll do that. We'll then also pull up where the security guards' locations are and have
All right.
that mapped into our schematics of the floor plans, along with our locations on there, and
Gotcha.
and then disable any video that we have, like where we came in.
Okay.
Remove that video.
All right. You cut and do not paste. Got it. The facility basically goes dark as far as security is concerned. You can see on your HUDs that the other 3 guards remaining are in other businesses doing their patrols. Not Gene Boom, of course, being the smallest area, the quickest to patrol, is empty. You see that the guards are standing idle. Like a couple of them must be at least kind of around the front of the shops watching whatever performance is being put on in the park right now.
Okay, before we leave, I want to put the guard back into his seat where he's kind of slumped over like he might be sleeping.
Okay.
I'd like to leave a note in front of his forehead that just says, "You know what you did, Steve."
That's
Did,
for my tuna sandwich.
I'm sure this guy did something to Steve.
I labeled my lunch bag for a reason.
Is there an option to like loop some video footage in case somebody else comes in here?
Yeah, that is something you can do, but it will require a check.
Well, I can't do it.
I could go ahead and do that, I guess.
What do you want looped?
The passages that we're going to be traveling, loop it so that it basically just shows the blank corridors.
All right.
All right.
Give me a check. Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
looking for like a 15-ish.
Good, because I rolled a 4 plus 17,
Ooh.
21.
Still over 20.
Yes.
All right. So yes, you're able to loop, make quick loops, but you know that like it's not going to hold up too long, like under close scrutiny.
Right.
But
All right.
no.
So you guys basically have the run of the facility. You move your way down the hallways toward the Gene Boom rear entrance. Whenever you get there, you see that it is locked, but that you know that is only a security swipe away.
We
Then
move
real-
quickly.
Yeah, go
but
ahead.
not.
Wipe it.
Real quick, I will bring out the spray that will knock out the scents,
Okay.
so that if they have an animal present in there that's acting like a guard animal, it won't necessarily get latched onto our scents per se.
All right.
Just douse the area with deer urine.
Something along that line.
I know who did this break-in. A mob of deer.
Female
Just
deer. They must have been
specifically
looking for a
those,
couple
yes.
bucks.
I will
Alright.
move out of the way and let the expert get here. To
That's
open
engineering to open. Oh no, we got a key card.
Yeah, swipe.
You swipe the card, the back end opens, and you can see that there is a small changing area for employees where clothes are put in lockers, and there are hazmat suits and basically tubes that auto clean them between shifts.
Do we know the purpose for the hazmats? Is the area hazardous?
Given Gene Boom's secretiveness, no, not really.
We should probably still put these on just in case.
Safety first.
Does these hazmat suits provide more protection than our environmental protections do?
After a quick rundown, you guess no. Most people around the
Right.
city probably aren't wearing spacesuits mostly.
I'll let
Armored
everybody else-
spacesuits.
I'll let
No,
everybody else
never
know
mind.
that then.
Ah, okay.
And I will also, because when I cast the spell, let me double check this real quick.
How long does that air bubble spell last anyway?
Days.
Okay, just wondering. I don't know if you killed the cat in the course.
no. not-
His limp body falls out of the bag.
no, I
No,
double
he-
checked that.
He's Schrodinger right now.
He gnawed his way out of the air bubble somehow.
Yeah, life bubble lasts 1 day per level.
Okay.
So it lasts like 7 days
Gotcha.
or 6 days.
All right. Beyond that is the it looks like the
And everybody has it, by the way.
preparatory floor. This one would require a you guys basically can look through here and look through the little windows and see inside the place. You see a lot of sophisticated machinery. You also see a lot of like little squares on the wall that have shapes within them. And when you open the doors, you can see that the shapes are mostly animals standing rigid, basically frozen in place in stasis fields.
Hmm.
Mostly dogs and cats. If you see a few other more exotic and alien creatures as well.
Is there any kind of private security cameras in this room? Just like not necessarily on the actual security network, that something might be like separate from just the company installed themselves?
You'll have to check that at a tech panel.
Look around for a panel.
All right. You basically find a place where they it looks like basically a management station. And give me a computers check.
All right. Before I do that, I'm going to do let me see what it's it is. I'm looking at skills. What I need, I'm casting a spell. Identify.
All right.
If I cast identify, it will give me, I think, a +10 for the command words or passwords for the computer, so that that way I don't have to worry about triggering anything special.
Okay.
So we'll do that. So got to be 27 on top of 12. So 39.
All right. You see, when you fire everything up, it immediately hits you with a password request. You are able to bypass the password thanks to your spell, giving you access to the technology within the Gene Boom facility. It gives you a full, immediate rundown of the status of all the creatures in stasis. It looks like everything seems to be nominal. You see that there's also a list of work orders. for several of the pets in stasis that require memory wipes, certain health care concerns, things like that. And then finally, you see that the master controls for the primary machine that does all the manipulation. It's basically a very sophisticated diagnostic and surgical machine that the designer pet is placed into and manipulated through a very user-friendly series of routines.
Make sure that I'm given access to that I have free access through this computer. See if it'll give me special controls and access to it.
It does.
Were there any security footages or anything like hidden in the facilities?
You see there's no like other security besides the stuff inherent to the building as far as like cameras, but you do see that there is some integrated like access logs, like people will be able to tell that this computer has been accessed.
See what I can do to disable a lot of that, or at least screw it up or confuse it.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, who's gonna do? You're gonna let one of your team handle Marcus while you try that.
Well, when you mean handle Marcus,
like basically once you're in, the all the machinery comes to life, and like I said, the various routines of the machine are user friendly, almost like Burger King checkout style kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
I'll pull him on out and then pretty much hand
Does
him
he
over.
need to be asleep for this? I'm asking Grimjax according to
medically, if it's going to be required, I'm sure the system will like actually give him the sedative.
Yeah, basically you basically are in front of a massive, very very technically specific auto dock.
Okay, pull Marcus out. All right, Marcus, buddy, we got to do a little checkup on you.
All right, the cat seems bleary and exhausted. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I had the worst dream. I was trapped in a bag with a mustache on. Oh my god, there's the bag."
And here's the mustache.
We'll have you done with this. 2 shakes of your tail.
The cat looks around. It's like, "Oh, this stuff looks familiar. Is this the vet?"
Yes, unfortunately, we need to do a checkup and make sure that your type 2 diabetes is treated.
Type 2. I moved up to type 4.
It's all them chiseled gizzards. Come on now, and I set him in the machine.
You like
Just-
you set him on the platform, and he looks around, sits down, begins licking his paw, and looks around, and says, "Well, this isn't so bad." And then you guys see a beam of light just engulf him. The cat freezes in place as he is lifted up into the air, and like various arms, one of them containing like a adjustable brain scanning device that clamps around his head. All his limbs are basically pinned in place by pincer arms, and various dangerous looking surgical implements descend on it, poised, ready for whatever you want to do.
And all we're trying to do is access all of his memory, download it onto a drive,
Yeah.
and get the fuck out of here.
All right. You don't see a download option. You do see a memory access. You do see memory access. You see like commands for like, and basically personality trait enhancements. You see that there is a routine for removing memories, removing specific memories, and it gives you like whenever you like move over to that, you can see an entire timeline of the memories. But it moves, of course, very fast because it's been recording an entire lifetime of a cat. And then, of course, you see one last button that just says unlock.
That's the one. That he can tell us everything that we need to know if we unlock all of his potential. That's my assumption. Because if we can't download the information from his brain, he needs to be able to access that information, which means if he can access all of his memories, unless somebody else can figure out a computer or engineering something to download it if there's no option available.
I mean, currently, no. But what we'd probably have to do is, I would say, unlock and give him access to his memories, and then if we had to, where we want to have more access to him, then we could do similar to what we did to ourselves. See if we get access to some medical equipment that would let us actually sift through the memories and download them to a computer.
Mind link with him, yeah.
You, Jeff, give me that computer use check for your thing you were trying to do. Your
Sure. All right. 30 exactly?
30 exactly. You cannot find a way to erase your tampering. However, you do find that they're hidden deep within the system is basically a downloadable, for at least from your point of view, set of technical specs that might allow you to fabricate some of this kind of technology if you need it in the future.
Done.
All right.
And while he's doing this, Valgorth, do you want to ransack this place? Take whatever you can.
You turn to talk to Valgorth, and I got a 32 on an engineering check to see what things I could loot from here that could be turned around and sold.
Okay. You see that this place has a lot of very expensive technical items and whatnot.
I didn't want to interrupt anything, but I was just going to be like, hey, flashback. While they were fucking with the cat and the computer, I'm definitely pilfering.
All right. And you begin pilfering away. You realize you can get even more if you if you basically shut down the stasis fields. You'll be able to gain access to a lot of different more equipment.
And designer pets that are very expensive.
I feel like, yes. I feel like those would probably be tracked somehow. I mean, we do that with pets today.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
true.
it took you guys a significant effort to get rid of the tracking shit in Marcus's head, but
Yeah. But parts from those exotic pets,
Just their heads.
yeah, who
It's
knows?
a necklace of pet heads.
Yeah, I rolled the engineering to be like, I know we're on a limited time frame to just like peer around and go, that's expensive. That's expensive. That also goes to this. It could be used for this part in a spacecraft. So I'm going to take that. Just nothing that's actively being used to, obviously power what's happening
And
with
actually,
Marcus right now. But
I will
Yeah.
send him the schematics of the device so that he can see if he can find parts that we might could actually use to rebuild the device later on
all right.
or assist with it.
All right, between you two technophiles, how about you two at the surgery table? What have you decided?
Sorry, my Dr. Pepper went down the wrong pipe.
Space Dr. Pepper.
Space Dr. Pepper.
Professor Pepper.
Oh, God. I hope Dr. Pepper doesn't do a space flavor. That Coca-Cola one was fucking awful.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, it was. So my understanding, out of character, is that in order for us to get the information out of Marcus's head, we have to unlock all of his memories, take him back with us, and fabricate a machine to link minds with him. that my
Unless of course you just want to ask him, yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll do that too. But for now, the only thing we can do is unlock his memories.
Oh,
Were there
God.
any
What if Marcus is the space cat version of Jason Bourne, and when we unlock his memories, he remembers he's supposed to murder all of us, and we just have to roll initiative in the middle. I'm not trying to put ideas in Terrence's head, but what if?
Are there any things that, like, when we look through the list, are there any like features that we can, modifications that can be made to Marcus that would be beneficial?
Psionics.
You do see that basically when they build these animals, they are built from a similar prototype. Basically, all the stuff how do I put this? Okay, you know how video games will sell you the game that already has DLC installed that you still have to pay for to gain access to?
Yeah.
Basically, just got to unlock stuff.
Gene Boom designer pets are built in a similar kind of fashion.
Oh God! We pull the fur back. It just says Electronic Arts on the back.
Yeah, like Marcus seems to have like all the things in every Gene Boom pet seems like an enhanced protective protocols for small children. Like you see things that are basically like auto record in situations of stress. You see the things that are like things that are designed to designed to enhance their survivability in dangerous environment situations. Basically, there's a whole suite of crap Marcus doesn't have that's built into him.
Is there a pilot spaceship?
You see that there is emergency. There are emergency protocols, and like amongst that is basic piloting. Like,
all right.
So basically, the unlock function should basically unlock almost all those abilities.
Yes.
And later on,
his memories, right? Okay.
That was a nod.
Yes, that was a nod for all.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot we're recording things. I'm looking at you guys. But yes, the unlock will probably unlock both full memory capability and the ability and the heuristic ability to learn new skills.
I think that's probably the best way to go. And then, of course, if we need to like tweak something down later, we probably can rebuild some functionality in the machine. Like if we need to tweak some of his skill sets and abilities, we can do that later.
All right. Do you hit the button or not?
I think I saw that as a nod.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes.
I mean, I'm not the one controlling the machine.
Someone is, because I'm in there doing on the other computer.
I thought that was you controlling it.
No,
I
like
hit the button.
two different panels at play here. One where he's doing all this behind the scenes shit, and somebody that actually has to be on manning the machine doing this.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm manning the machine. I hit the button. I unlock all of his shit. I make him the best Marcus he can be.
All right, you hit the button. You see a brighter light enhance on Marcus. You see that the thing that has his head clamped basically just fire off an arc of electricity that seems to be grounded against the wall of the beam that's suspending him. You see a massive magnet basically just come down and encircle his entire body, and then before being retracted. And then finally, all the things, pivots, pins, pincers, and suspenders that have been holding up the hair begin to retract onto the table. The light shuts out, and the cat basically collapses for a moment onto the operation table. You see its tail twitch for a moment, and then you hear a loud, "Oh my God!" as the cat gets up. His entire body is basically an entire fluff of terror. He begins spitting and clawing at like random spaces around him as he begins to remember every terrible thing that has happened to him since he has been born. And then finally, the cat wheels around, its back just fluffed up, its tail straight up, bolt upright, its ears pinned back, and it looks towards you, and you hear Marcus say the words, "You bastard!"
I knew it. Roll initiative.
Easy now. Easy.
He backs up a little bit, but sees he's on the edge of the table, and he's still an overweight cat, for goodness sake. And he's like, "What did you do to me? What did you do to me? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
We unlocked you.
What have I been doing? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!"
Come on. If you come with us, we can get out of here and we can explain it slowly and completely.
And with
Right
snacks.
And with snacks. We have snacks back at the ship.
Snacks? Okay. Yeah.
Come
Snacks.
on.
Snacks are nice. He's like, he moves over towards you, and he begins to automatically, like, his claws extend as you pulled out your hands, and he's like, sorry.
That's fine. I understand. We've been through a lot. You've been through the most.
What did you do? Why did you? And basically the cat stands up on his haunches, like not like on his, like, you know, the cat will sit back and like occasionally like paw the air.
Yeah.
Similar to Puss in Boots. He's actually standing.
Kind of, yeah. And he begins like scratching at his belly, and you see tufts of his orange hair begin pulling out on his claws as he contorts his arms, scratching at his own belly.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong? Why are you doing that?
You see little beads of blood begin flying as the cat begins clawing at his belly, and finally he pulls out enough hair where you guys begin to see some dark shapes on his belly. The cat's like yowling in pain as he does it, and you realize the cat has a tattoo under his fur.
Holy shit.
And you think back, I need to remember it's a cat. Among all of, if anything else happens, the cat is important. And there you see a sequence of 6 numbers. And the cat calls us like, this is a party. This is drunk. It hurts so much. Why? Why did you do it?
We can remove it. We can remove these memories again if you wish.
Huh? No.
You want to remember this? You want to stay how you are now?
My life is a hell. My life is a hell. I can't remember anything bad that happens. I'm in a fantasy world. I thought I was an important DJ. I thought I was famous.
You are famous.
I thought I had friends.
You do.
You do.
Us.
Actually, Terrence, I want to use my profession psychologist
Oh no.
to see if I can help it.
Everything? Do you have an answer for everything?
Yes, it does.
Profession psychologist, I actually took it for a reason.
All right, go ahead, roll it.
I rolled a 19, so it's not high. It's just a +8, so it's a 27.
All right, you, Dr. Essex, are able to move in and comfort the terrified and confused feline.
Watch this little light here go back and forth. Study the light and tell me about your traumas. We'll gradually fade you away from that. And sweep up all the hair. Yeah.
Meanwhile, on your HUDs, you guess that whatever concert that was happening in the park has ended, as the other 3 security guards are moving back towards their regular rounds.
We need to get out of here.
Yep. Clean up all the hair and stuff, so I don't want to leave any evidence behind. And then let's get out.
All right.
Grab the equipment that we're taking, leave Steve's gun, and why don't we just go out through the front?
I will open up the my null chamber, and Marcus can go into the null chamber, so can all the other stuff go in the null chamber, and that way we don't have to.
We gotta pick him up by the scruff so that he's paralyzed until we get him in there.
All right.
Uh-huh.
You pack up as much stuff as you can and begin heading out. You're heading out to the front or the back?
Which way are the security guards coming
fastest
from?
route, yeah, because
The fastest route is to the front of the Gene Boom facility.
The fastest route that's going to not take us into interaction with the guards.
Then the front would be the one, because the guards are heading back towards the rear of the buildings,
Which is fun because we cut off all the any security camera stuff. So let's get the hell out of here before they actually cut that stuff back on.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you guys move your way through the facility, you step outside, you can see that there is a lot of people just milling around the park area, talking as they're breaking down like some sort of musical venue. There are people, getting last drinks, last call at this place, and then you hear across your comms, Hey, I'm heading back. Where should I meet you somewhere or back at the ship?
Have
So
her
we
come
ha-
pick us up.
Yeah, I say we have her pick us up like a block away. How
Yeah.
long it takes us to get here?
Radio?
And I've dropped a Steve. I'm now the woman I was in the bar.
Okay. All right. A block or two away, you see Fanny 56 idling. Her doors open up as you enter. She's like, everything go okay?
Like gangbusters.
For the most part, yes.
Well, great. Let's get back. I don't know that. I think we should get off this damn station.
Yeah, I think that's a good point right now.
You know something that we don't?
I think I might have been tailed.
Yeah.
Well then, let's get to the ship quickly.
All right.
Yep.
So you guys
Carefully.
head back to the Fool's Gambit via circuitous route. Fanny 56 parks her old chassis within.
Yeah, we're watching for tails the whole time that we're going to.
Within the ship itself, and you see its entire framework shut down to just an inert cab once again, as she basically retracts herself back into the main body of the ship and says, all right, y'all ready? Y'all have any coordinates?
Away for now.
Yeah, for right now, let's just go out in the system.
We'll do.
Because I'll pass the diaspora.
Yeah, after a brief clearance with Absalom Station, you head out into space. Space!
The safest place to be.
Thank you, Tim Curry.
And to a perceived level of safety.
And then while we're out there, we're going to get Marcus out and calm him down and work through all of his shit and figure out if he still wants to be alive. If he's not happy, we can handle that situation. But
A swift snap of the neck.
Okay. All right. We will pick up next time with, I guess, part 2 of Raiders of the Lark 2.0 as we begin the real story.
Or this could be part 3. Who knows? Because we recorded about 3.5 hours tonight. I don't think we're going to put that all in one episode.
Oh, no, I mean,
No,
like,
I think,
part 2 of the campaign.
yeah.
Oh.
You guys have reached a campaign milestone. Congratulations.
Yay!
do we level?
Level.
No.
Level. level.
I can't believe we tattooed a cat.
Did we steal enough stuff to pay for more cool stuff? Like, I'd say 30,000 each.
What? No.
Okay, so 10,000 each. Heard.
We'll discuss that later. All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Check out our various links to both the website, the YouTube channel, Patreon, etc. And join us on our various other endeavors as we play Pathfinder, Pathfinder 2, various OSR games, various new SR games, various homebrewed actual games, and so on. Y'all have a good night.
Don't forget to purchase from Murder Hobos.
Bye.